I got sick on July 11th. Leukemia is a little hard to deal with in the first 7 months because there's a lot of things to go through first. I can tell you it can get a lot easier. The only time I go out is to the Jimmy Fund clinic for my regular appointments, for chemo treatment and blood work. Now that say it's springtime and I'm almost past the 7 months of treatment, they say I can do some new things. I'm so happy I get to leave the house. I do really want to go back to school full time right away, but my mom says I can only go back for 2, 3, maybe even 4 hours a day. No, I'm not nervous about explaining to them what I'm going through. I also have some help from Kendall, one of my nurses. I think they'll get good insight from Kendall on what I'm going through and how they can help. So I'm going back to school on these drugs, and I'm not used to that. And plus I have no hair, so that's a big difference.
I'm very happy to be doing this back to school program. When the hospital, mentioned it, I thought it was a great program, especially to educate the kids. In our school, there are children that have some problems, but like the other kids around, they really have no clue to what's going on. You know how kids can be. It's sometimes kids aren't very nice. But this back to school program, that's why I'm really excited about this happening, so that all the kids will be explained in the correct way on what my son has been through.
I hope they can adapt to it. That's what I really hope.
Leukemia is when you have cancer in the blood. And so the cells that we talked about that are affected by leukemia or cancer are the white blood cells. So the white blood cells, as we remember, are the ones that fight our germs. So when white blood cells get affected by leukemia, it just means that they just start growing way too fast. They grow out of control and they start to crowd out all the normal healthy cells that you have in your body. And so we have to get rid of those cells because obviously they're making our body not work the right way it's supposed to, and it makes the body not feel good.
Leukemia is a real-life occurrence, and this is something that we as human beings have to learn to deal with. So we're exactly the right kind of place for that kind of learning to take place. It's not necessarily traditional classroom learning. It's the kind of learning that prepares our young people for the world beyond these walls.
For the people to come here and tell us about Ronald and everything and how he's going through it, it was really nice.
Well, I found out that, we have to be very gentle with him because if maybe we bump into him or something, he might fall over and he might get hurt or something. And that we have to stay very clean now. I thought he was going to be a lot more shyer because that I knew he was a strong person and stuff, but I didn't think he could stand up there and answer all those questions.
I think everything went perfect. It's been fun. I like seeing all my friends and pals. I'm just taking it slow. The first couple of weeks I've actually been wide awake and haven't gone down to the nurse's office. Getting to see all my friends and taking classes and having lunch with them.